Damn!
As we welcome you to Thursday Night Throwdown, it's your boy Arachnid Soul. Tonight is the road to the Tokyo Dome. The road to that mega event this Saturday that we're calling Wrestle Kingdom. The road to Kobashi defending his championship against Mitsuharu Misawa. Earlier on tonight, Kenta Kobashi said that he wanted a man to get in the ring with him, to give him a warm-up match, to get ready for Mitsuharu Misawa. The man he handpicked was Takeshi Morishima, one of the most respected men in pro wrestling Noah. Earlier on, the match was added. Takeshi Morishima takes on Yuji Nagata at Wrestle Kingdom. It's being called the Fight for Justice. Yuji Nagata will also be in action later on tonight. Now let's go back to the match highlights between Takeshi Morishima and your IWGP World Champion, Kenta Kobashi. As we lay out for that classic theme of Kenta Kobashi's, and we await the arrival of the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. This took place moments ago just before we went on air. Kenta Kobashi in a warm-up match against Takeshi Morishima, and what a match it was. We're going to take you through some of these highlights. Kenta Kobashi, there you see him with that Irish whip to the far side, followed that one up with the lariat. Takeshi Morishima looking for the backdrop driver, had it countered when the champ adjusted his body weight, landed in a lateral press, and then followed that up with the DDT. Shot a half Nelson, looked for a 3 count, did not get it. Later on, Takeshi Morishima off the top with the tomahawk chop, and followed up with that reverse choke slam, the Amaze Impact. We see the Enziguri there. And there was a small package, an inside cradle that did not get the job done. Kobashi executed a beautiful vertical brainbuster, that time on Takeshi Morishima. Looked to follow it up with the moonsault. Morishima got the knees up. Takeshi Morishima not successful in blocking it, and then was drilled with a powerbomb. Once again, a hammerlock throw. That in close drop kick in the corner by Takeshi Morishima, who then whipped Kobashi off to the far side, followed in with another lariato and a front face lock, taking the champ up and over with that vertical suplex. The trademark machine gun chop from the champion. We saw the drop kick paint brushed away, and in my opinion, this was the turning point of the match. The standing front face lock. Watch the head of Takeshi Morishima. Face first with that black crush. We're having some technical difficulties down here for you guys. Anyway, Kenta Kobashi later on with the moonsault. Couldn't get the job done. It was then the knees to the back of the head of Takeshi Morishima. A second Amaze Impact that time, but this was it. Watch this. That burning lariat from the champion, and that was all Takeshi Morishima could handle as Kobashi goes for the cover earlier on, and yes, got the 3 count. Kenta Kobashi is ready for Wrestle Kingdom, and I believe after that match, Takeshi Morishima is ready for Wrestle Kingdom, and Yuji Nagata as well. It's the fight for justice. It's this Saturday at Wrestle Kingdom. The man you just saw, Takeshi Morishima, takes on a man you'll see next in Yuji Nagata. New Japan Pro Wrestling versus Pro Wrestling Noah. Yuji Nagata was looking for a warm-up match tonight to prepare him for his match this Saturday versus Pro Wrestling Noah's Takeshi Morishima. Yuji Nagata wanted a man from New Japan Pro Wrestling, and here you see a man from New Japan Pro Wrestling sporting the New Japan Pro Wrestling blue. That's right, it's El Samurai, as we now lay out and wait for Yuji Nagata. Mr. Controversy, Blue Justice Yuji Nagata. We don't need to review the history, but if you are interested in it, please check the links in the description below. Yuji Nagata heads to the ring for this preparation match as he looks to get ready for this Saturday's massive interpromotional match. He will represent New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he will take on Takeshi Morishima, representing Pro Wrestling Noah, this Saturday night at Wrestle Kingdom. Referee Tiger Hattori is your official. Yuji Nagata with that early forearm shiver. Yuji Nagata with the flying Juji Gatami, and you see El Samurai there blocking it with the clasp. Let's talk a little bit about the history of Yuji Nagata over the past couple of weeks. It was a couple of weeks ago that in tag team action, Yuji Nagata and Naomichi Marufuji teamed up against Mitsuharu Misawa and Takeshi Morishima. Now, in that match, we did not see a lot of Yuji Nagata and Takeshi Morishima going at it. Yuji Nagata not involving himself in that match. We found out later the reason was that Yuji Nagata was teamed up with Naomichi Marufuji, a Pro Wrestling Noah wrestler. Yuji Nagata, Blue Justice, Mr. New Japan Pro Wrestling. As we see the backbreaker that time from El Samurai. Yuji Nagata trying to roll away. El Samurai picks his man up. Yuji Nagata shot to the rib cage. Forearm shiver. There's a drop kick from El Samurai. Yuji Nagata this Saturday. It's being called the Fight for Justice. What a beautiful counter that was. The scoop slam countered by El Samurai with the tornado DDT. Scoop and a slam that time from El Samurai to return the favor. El Samurai has been so dominant over the past couple of years in the junior heavyweight division. Many awesome battles has he had with the likes of Gato. Many awesome battles has he had with the likes of the now current IWGP junior heavyweight champion, Jushin Thunder Liger. And let's talk about Liger for just a second. Liger, this Saturday night, Wrestle Kingdom will defend that IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship against returning to action, Naomichi Marufuji. The man who Jushin Thunder Liger put out of action. The man who defeated Jushin Thunder Liger for that belt a year ago. the man who Jushin Thunder Liger defeated 6 months ago to get that belt back. It's the rubber match. It's round 3. Who will come out on top when Jushin Thunder Liger and Naomichi Marufuji do battle for that IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship this Saturday at Wrestle Kingdom? El Samurai here with the Hurricane Rana. Stays with it for a pinfall. Almost had him that time. 2.5. Yuji Nagata kicks out. Yuji now. Blue Justice with that overhead release. Belly-to-belly suplex. Drops back into that judo hold. Once again, the Juji Gatami. Here it is, the Nagata Lock number 2, a trademark move of Yuji Nagata. Some people might know it as the Crippler Crossface. Yuji now telling El Samurai to get back in the ring. He's got Samurai right where he wants him. He does not want El Samurai taking a powder outside the ring. Leaps up, connects with the enziguri to the back of the skull of El Samurai. Shoots in, double leg takedown, beautifully executed. Here's a cover, lateral press, hook of the far leg. Oh, 2.9, almost got a 3 count there. El Samurai kicks out. Let's talk about the wrestling credentials of Yuji Nagata, a 2-time national wrestling champion in the amateur rank.
We control the show. We control the feed. Wrestle Kingdom. 1-4-1-4.
El Samurai all over Yuji Nagata now. El Samurai going up top. Yuji Nagata in close. Samurai looking for the double sledge. Yuji Nagata goes low, ducks under the legs of El Samurai. Back leg sweep that time we saw a second ago. And now Yuji Nagata back on the attack. Hammerlock throw and a reversal of the Irish whip. Massive back body drop that time as El Samurai squats down and shows the lower and upper body strength. And now takes Yuji Nagata up and over with that vertical brainbuster, aka the snap suplex. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything out here. Some feedback and disturbance on the footage there. I mean, this is the same reason we couldn't show the. Well, this is the same reason we couldn't show the Morishima Kobashi match earlier. What are we going to scrap this one? We're live. Stay with it? Alright. Top turnbuckle Frankensteiner. Beautifully executed that time on Yuji Nagata. Cover here from El Samurai. Not even a 1 count that time. El Samurai shot off the Irish whip, comes back, baseball slide through the legs. Yuji Nagata grabs him, scooping a slam. And let's see how he follows it up. And it's with that rear chin lock. El Samurai close to the ropes. Yuji Nagata does not get the submission he's looking for. DDT that time. Gets a hook in front, guillotine choke. And once again, El Samurai getting out. Yuji Nagata really going back to his roots in this match. We can talk about Yuji Nagata being a 2-time amateur champion, as we've mentioned before. We can talk about the multiple reigns with IWGP belts. We can talk about his run in the United States with WCW. A number of independent championships Yuji Nagata has also held. And let's talk about the shoot fighting background. Let's talk about the MMA background. Let's talk about the catch wrestling background of Yuji Nagata. DDT that time on the entrance plank and transitions into that Nagata Lock number 2, a trademark combination of Yuji Nagata. Nagata with the exploder suplex. Ladies and gentlemen, a trademark maneuver of Yuji Nagata, who now steps through. And when we talk about trademarks, there you see that trademark salute and back into the move he perfected into the move he innovated. It's that Yuji Nagata lock number 1. That move attempts to hyperextend the knee of the opponent. As you saw El Samurai get out a few seconds ago, that's Yuji Nagata's favorite submission hold. Patella dropkick that time from El Samurai. Yuji Nagata down to a knee. And now El Samurai raining down with the rights and a double sledge to the knee of Yuji Nagata. North-south cover, gets a 1. Stomps on the knee. Actually, what we're seeing here is Yuji Nagata having his knee attack. Usually he's the one attacking the knee of his opponent, setting up for that Nagata lock number 1 as we talked about seconds ago. Nagata now, Irish whip on El Samurai. Samurai comes back into the Muay Thai roundhouse kick. Patella drop kick that time from El Samurai. Yuji Nagata with the waist lock. Standing switch from El Samurai. Bridging German suplex. And only a 1 count. Samurai looking for a lariat backslide to counter. What a beautiful counter that was from Yuji Nagata. Yakuza style face wash, Muay Thai style roundhouse kick in the corner. Yuji Nagata once again looking for a top turnbuckle move. Let's see if he gets it this time. Front waist lock. There it is, that avalanche style belly to belly suplex. Yuji Nagata fires up, and once again El Samurai takes the powder outside the ring where he will not be safe. Yuji Nagata onto the plank, throws Samurai back in. Samurai now fires up. Wrist clutch exploder. Nagata might be looking for one more. Yes, it is. There you see it again. Another beautifully executed wrist clutch exploder. And El Samurai pops right back up. Look at the fighting spirit of El Samurai. Low roundhouse kicks. Samurai connects with the DDT. Samurai making his comeback here. Yuji Nagata back up to a knee. And again, El Samurai raining down with those hard right hands. Yuji Nagata will look to stay on the knee of El Samurai to get a submission, or will look to hit, most likely, more of those beautifully executed exploder suplexes and try to get a pinfall. Yuji Nagata, 2 stiff roundhouse kicks to the skull. Inside knee attack that time, and a forearm shiver drops El Samurai. Yuji Nagata, I'm not sure if he's mocking El Samurai or mocking the people who are cheering for El Samurai in the crowd, but Yuji Nagata in control here. Spinning leg lariat. Look at this. These low now, inside knee strike kicks from Yuji Nagata. Yuji Nagata, like I said, working on the knee. Those basement style Muay Thai roundhouse kicks. Gonna knot up the inside of the knee. And now goes avalanche suplex. Yuji Nagata fires up at center ring, step over toe hold, and once again will salute and no doubt drop back, yes, into that Nagata lock number 1. This hold bringing him not only many victories in New Japan Pro Wrestling, but as well in World Championship Wrestling, where he was guided by Sonny Ono. Three-quarter cravat chancery, snapmare into the kneeling RNC, that rear chin lock. El Samurai gets out. Yuji Nagata that time, staying on El Samurai. Samurai playing possum. Here we go again. Another exploder suplex. Yuji not going for a cover. Yuji walks back over to that knee, and once again, we'll look for this Nagata lock. I've got to believe, no, he's kicked off that time. El Samurai had the counter. I've got to believe that Yuji Nagata is looking for a submission finish here tonight. Scoop and a slam, lateral press, and not even a 2.5 count. El Samurai looking to put this away any way he can. I believe Yuji Nagata wants to send a message to Takeshi Morishima. as we see El Samurai now looking for another top turnbuckle. Hurricane Rana. No, he doesn't get it. He's shoved off. Yuji Nagata jumps off the top rope, drops the knee down across the ankle of El Samurai, and now picks the ankle into a modified Achilles lock. Collar and elbow tie up at center ring. Yuji Nagata and El Samurai. It's your boy Arachnid Soul calling the action. Side headlock takeover. Referee in position. El Samurai kips out. Looks for that standing kick. Back heel trip. And a grazing enziguri from Yuji Nagata. But that one does not graze Yuji Nagata. El Samurai getting 100% of that one. Picks Yuji back up. Hooks him. And it's a freestyle belly-to-back drop suplex. El Samurai back in control here. Yuji up. Modified Splash Mountain Powerbomb. Does not get the job done. What a beautifully executed move, however, by El Samurai. El Samurai reeling here as Yuji Nagata once again fires up, sends his man to that corner turnbuckle, and now looking to set El Samurai back up top one more time. And one more time, it's the avalanche. Belly-to-belly suplex off the top. Yuji Nagata, maybe the third or fourth time. Staying with this Nagata lock, number one, center ring. It's only a matter of time. How long can El Samurai hold on? Can El Samurai counter out one more time? No, he does not! Referee Tiger Hattori rings the bell. Yuji Nagata has won by submission. Yuji actually not breaking the hold. Yuji keeping the hold on El Samurai. What is this about? Nonetheless, Yuji Nagata is ready for Wrestle Kingdom this Saturday. Yuji Nagata is ready for Takeshi Morishima. Yuji Nagata and Takeshi Morishima. Well, I mean, listen, guys, who's got control in the truck? How many people are back there? Damn it. Apologize for it. I got it. It's Arachnid Soul. I'm back. Sorry about that. We are having some technical difficulties. We apologize to the fans, to the viewers watching this event. We're going to try to get things back on track as we look at some of the matches we've got lined up for you at Wrestle Kingdom this Saturday. I'll be right back. Again, viewers, we're trying to do everything we can to fix this. There you see the graphic, the bumper on the screen, Dream Partner tag team match this Saturday. Alright, here we go. Let's get back on our game here. Main event time. What an interesting situation this has been. It was a week and a half ago that the man about to come out, Masahiro Chono, lost his IWGP World Heavyweight Championship to Kenta Kobashi. New Japan Pro Wrestling, over the course of the week and a half, tried to contact Masahiro Chono with no reply. It was earlier this week that Masahiro Chono took it upon himself to come out of hiding and to hold the press conference in which he announced he would be retiring from New Japan Pro Wrestling. New Japan, threatening legal action, told Chono he's part of the contracted roster. Chono and New Japan came to an agreement that Chono could be released from his contract if he agreed to compete in 2 more matches. One of those matches is the match you're about to see, and Shono will have his retirement match from New Japan this Saturday at Wrestle Kingdom. Let's lay out now and wait for Shono's opponent. One of the most decorated individuals in pro wrestling Noah history. A standout in amateur wrestling. A standout in All Japan Pro Wrestling. A standout in Pro Wrestling Noah. And a standout in New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's Blue Thunder. It's Jun Akiyama. We talked moments ago about Shono having that match at Wrestle Kingdom. That match, at the request of Shono, will be a Dream Partner tag team match, meaning Masahiro Chono can pick any wrestler from anywhere in the world to team up with him, and we're not going to know who it is until that bell sounds at Wrestle Kingdom. Chono also stated that he didn't care who the opponents were. Pro Wrestling Noah and New Japan Pro Wrestling have picked this man, Jun Akiyama, to be one of Chono's opponents this Saturday at Wrestle Kingdom. Being a Dream Partner tag team match, we also will not know who Akiyama's tag team partner is until that match starts. It's 2-on-2. It's Chono's retirement match from New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's this Saturday at Wrestle Kingdom. Dream Partner tag team match. Opening bell, you see Jun Akiyama charge from the far side, a Harley Race style high knee to the sternum, front face lock, cinches Chono up top, and Chono with that Shota palm strike. Chono counters the forearm that time, catches his man in that Fujiwara armbar. Chono making his final appearance, we assume, here on Thursday Night Throwdown. Chono, one match away from retirement after this match inside Cradle Small Package. For a 1 count, Chono will wrestle this match, and he will wrestle Jun Akiyama again in that Dream Partner tag team match this Saturday. You can almost look at this match as a preview match of things to come. Jun Akiyama, look how cocky Chono is. Jun Akiyama sent outside by Chono. There's that Yakuza kick, that Kenka kick. It's the trademark finisher of Masahiro Chono. Chono looking for it early, and another Fujiwara armbar. Chono obviously has not only the Kenka kick, likes to utilize the cradle pile driver from time to time, as well as that STF, the submission through fear. Collar and elbow tie-up. Let's call the action real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Side headlock from Masahiro Chono. Side headlock takeover. Shoulder up off the canvas, and there's a head scissors. Great counter that time. Great chain wrestling. Great catch-as-catch-can on the part of Jun Akiyama. Both men lock horns. Once again at center ring. Let's see who gets the better of it this time. It's Jun Akiyama with a receipt. Same combination. Side headlock takeover. That time, Masahiro Chono opts to kip out and loses balance. Like I was saying, let's take a look at the accomplishments of one Jun Akiyama. A man who wrestled in All Japan Pro Wrestling from 1992 to 2000 before jumping ship to Pro Wrestling Noah. He was a Triple Crown heavyweight champion in All Japan Pro Wrestling. A man who actually invented that exploder wrist clutch suplex. Jun Akiyama, a multi-time Pro Wrestling Noah World Champion. That GHC, that Global Honored Crown Heavyweight Championship, that's the top emblem, the top prize in Pro Wrestling Noah. We can also talk about Jun Akiyama holding the GHC Tag Team Championships in Noah, as well as being the very first GHC Openweight Hardcore Champion. As we return to this action, Masahiro Chono looking for another swoop and slam, didn't get it, ducks behind that time. Waistlock, oh! It was Akiyama going low with the low blow that time. No love lost between these two. Akiyama comes in, forearm shiver, ends up in the turnbuckle, and now the battering ram style shoulder block from Masahiro Chono. Chono shooting Jun Akiyama off to the far side. Akiyama gets the boot up, comes out, Lariato, and now Jun Akiyama will go up top. Look how smart Chono is. Chono not only rolls to safety, but leaves the confines of the squared circle that time, ladies and gentlemen. Chono stepping back into the ring, comes in, was looking to attack Jun Akiyama. Jun Akiyama with the high knee, and then drops the low knee. A knee that time to the forehead. Akiyama shoots Chono off to the corner, connected with that forearm shiver, now cinches his man up top. Akiyama going up top, maybe looking for that Avalanche Exploder 98, that wrist clutch off the top. Beautifully executed fireman's carry, 2-on-1 wrist control that time, and takes Chono over. Chono blocks that low kick, back heel sweep. We talked STF before. Here it is, submission through fear. Chono's favorite submission hold, and a move that Chono has used to win multiple championships all over the world. Chono that time, tomahawk chop off the ring apron, drops Jun Akiyama outside. Chono sending Jun Akiyama face first into the ring post. And a second time, it's like Chono's out for blood. We remember that bloodbath last week between Yuji Nagata and Mitsuharu Misawa. Chono in control here with that complete shot. Chono now with the backdrop driver, the Saito suplex, back in control inside the ring, scooping a slam, once again can't get it. And once again, look at the cockiness of Chono, drops down to a knee, center ring, just to taunt the crowd and his opponent, Jun Akiyama. Chono with another waist lock, looking to go for another Saito, and it was another low blow that time from Jun Akiyama. Drop toe hold, and let's talk about Jun Akiyama being one of the fan favorites in many organizations, but also a man not afraid to take shortcuts, especially when he's in the ring with an opponent he doesn't respect. Chono picking up Jun Akiyama. Slow rotation here, drops back, spinning neck breaker. Boot that time, and another high knee from Akiyama. Akiyama once again looking to take his man, Masahiro Chono, up to the top rope. Akiyama has not been successful in this department. Beautifully executed Avalanche style Northern Light suplex from Jun Akiyama. Akiyama now to the far turnbuckle. This man will fly. He comes off the top. Missile drop kick. Drills Masahiro Chono, and now Chono rolling to safety. Jun Akiyama looking to follow up that time with the elbow, did not connect. And Jun Akiyama will follow Masahiro Chono out onto the ring skirt. Battering ram style shoulder that time. And a complete shot face first on the entrance ramp. Some call that a Novocaine. Some call that a flatliner. We call it a complete shot here in Japan, as Masahiro Chono, still in control here, and re-enters the ring. Masahiro Chono setting his man up in the corner with another shoulder. Hammerlock throw to the far side. Chono goes in, forearm shiver, front face lock. We've seen so many avalanche moves, so many moves off the top rope, or so many attempts, rather, I should say, in this match. Chono was looking for another one, did not get it that time either. Irish whip this time. Jun Akiyama comes back, lariat, drills his man. Masahiro Chono reeling here, waistlock, maybe looking to go German. There's a receipt from earlier on. Masahiro Chono with that low blow we saw seconds ago. Drops his man with another flatliner. Chono now, front face lock. This is almost like a modified variation of the King Crab hold that Yuji Nagata likes to use. Not exactly, but close. It was a modified butterfly lock. Follows that up with the STF, the submission through fear we talked about earlier on. I thought Jun Akiyama was out. No, he was playing possum. Back to his vertical base. Chono grabs him. Irish whip to the far side of the ring. Jun Akiyama comes back, Kenta kick. He hits him with another Kenka kick, and I'm surprised he wasn't able to go for a cover. There it is, the exploder suplex from the originator of that hold, Jun Akiyama. Jun Akiyama shoots his man off to the ropes. Oh my god! Kenka kick out of this world. Jun Akiyama's out. Chono on top, 2. Chono gets the victory. These two will continue to go at it Saturday. As a matter of fact, they're continuing to go at it now. It's that dream partner tag team match. We only have enough time to review the card, folks. We're out of time. We've got to go. Moments ago, we saw Masahiro Chono defeat Jun Akiyama. That battle, as a matter of fact, continues in the ring right now, and it will continue this Saturday at Wrestle Kingdom. Masahiro Chono obviously leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling. This Saturday night will be his final match with this promotion. It'll be a dream partner tag team match. Masahiro Chono will bring a mystery partner from somewhere in the world. He will team up with that mystery partner to take on Jun Akiyama, and a mystery dream partner of Jun Akiyama's choosing. Both wrestlers will be revealed this Saturday night at Wrestle Kingdom. We ask that you join us at Wrestle Kingdom, not only for this awesome match, but to say goodbye to the legendary Masahiro Chono. This match just added earlier this evening as New Japan Pro Wrestling's Yuji Nagata takes on Pro Wrestling Noah's Takeshi Morishima. We remember that tag match from 2 weeks back. We can think back to earlier this evening when Takeshi Morishima, with a very impressive showing against Kenta Kobashi, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. We can also talk about Yuji Nagata, who minutes ago was successful at defeating El Samurai with that lethal Nagata Lock #1. This one's being called the Fight for Justice. This was a match that Yuji Nagata asked for. Takeshi Morishima has accepted the challenge. Interpromotional New Japan Pro Wrestling versus Pro Wrestling Noah. That's on deck this Saturday night at Wrestle Kingdom. 1 year ago, Jushin Thunder Liger was defeated for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. The man who defeated him was Naomichi Marufuji. 6 months later, Jushin Liger returned in action against Naomichi Marufuji, and with the title on the line, defeated Marufuji to win back that championship. It was a little less than 2 weeks ago that Jushin Thunder Liger in a non-title match took on Naomichi Marufuji, and Naomichi, as a result, was injured in that match. We did not know if or when Naomichi Marufuji would return. We know now it'll be this Saturday night at Wrestle Kingdom. Marufuji takes on Liger. IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship on the line. Bad blood between these two, and this might be the match that steals the show. And it's the big one of the evening. Kenta Kobashi defends his belt against Mitsuharu Misawa, the #1 contender. It's not about bad blood between these two, it's about respect. These two have known each other, wrestled each other, wrestled on the same team as each other, and wrestled against each other way back since the All Japan Pro Wrestling days. The respectful rivalry continued into Pro Wrestling Noah, and now it comes to New Japan Pro Wrestling. There must be a winner, no time limits, and we're gonna find out who the better man is. It's your main event of Wrestle Kingdom this Saturday, January 4th. This has Match of the Year written all over it. Please join us. Don't miss this one. We'll see you this Saturday.